4 minutes. Send out those last second invites, guys. Let everybody know that we are live. And I'll see you guys back here in about 3.5 minutes.
What's going on, family? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's go ahead and get this
Recording
call recorded.
in progress.
Thank you so much. Happy Friday. How's everybody feeling? Let me see in the chat box where you guys are calling in from. We got Oslo, Norway so far. Let me go ahead. Is the chat on? There we go. We got Minnesota in the house, Washington, D.C., Wisconsin. Come on, guys. There's almost 80 people on this call. We got Minnesota in the house, Philadelphia, Iowa, UK, Iowa in the house, North Dakota, Illinois. Man, Iowa really representing. Let's go. We got Oslo, Norway, Florida, Baltimore, Maryland, Houston, Texas, New Orleans, California, Mississippi, Minnesota. Welcome, 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 guys. Happy Friday. We got Croatia in the house. Welcome, Europe. Super excited that you guys are all here today. I'm excited. I'm fired up. I can't complain, guys. I always love a Friday. Fridays are great days. Why? Because it's a great opportunity to take a look at your week and what you've done and what you've accomplished and how far you've come. You know, something I was thinking about a lot over the last couple of days is just how at some point in our lives, each and every single one of us, one way or another, asked for what's here right now in our lives. And, you know, for me, That's a very big deal because I believe manifestation and really just putting yourself in a position to live the life that you want doesn't start from skill, doesn't start from, trainings, doesn't start from the work that you put in. It first starts off by what you believe inside of you. And I believe wholeheartedly that belief will take you so much further than skills. And, I'm not sure if anybody here on this call watches sports or pays attention to anything like that, but, the Knicks just won the chip. And literally every single game at the half, they were favored to lose tremendously, like 96% chance that they were going to lose every single one of those games. And because the belief they had in themselves, they were able to turn that around and put themselves in a position to win. And I don't know if you guys are following Matthew Thayer and his journey with his sports career. He posts a lot of very positive, motivational things about what he's going through over there. And just very recently, he came off of a very big loss, and then they had a huge win this week. And I remember speaking to him after that original loss, and he was just telling me, like, bro, what if I'm not like the person who's supposed to be in this seat? What if I'm the person who's not supposed to be doing this? And I remember telling him, bro, like, you are him, like, you got this, and don't lose sight of who you are. And fast forward, they were able to have a great week. And the whole reason why I'm bringing this up is because you have to manifest in your mind's eye what you want in life, how you want to get there, where you want to go, and who you want to be once you arrive. So if you believe in yourself and you believe that you're somebody who's worth merit, you believe that you're a God's highest form of creation and that you deserve to have more in your life, give me a 333 in the chat box. You see, today I want to set the tone, not, about hype, not about training, not about a skill set, not, no, just at the very fundamental belief in yourself that you are capable of doing all things. And once that foundation is set in your life, anything is possible. And when you tie that in with, a vehicle that you can actually push and promote to help you solve all the problems, the financial problems, the shortcomings, everything in your life, you can achieve right here in this industry. Network marketing is the single greatest way to create an income that you could ever ask for. And when I got started in this industry 6 years ago, guys, I didn't know what to expect, and I wasn't even looking to build. I wasn't looking for network marketing. Network marketing truly found me. And when I found this opportunity, and when I saw what was here, in this incredible ecosystem, I just knew that this is something that could change thousands of people's lives. And every single one of you on this call, you have to understand that categorically, you're meant to be exactly where you are right now. What you need to do now is you need to dig deeper and you need to think further. I want every single person, as corny as this might sound to you guys, is truly figure out where you see yourself 5 years from today, how much money you want exactly, what type of life you want to live, what your spouse should look like, what your children should be like, what type of education are you providing for the people around you. And I want you to get super detailed and dialed in on that. And then go out there every single day, get 1% better, and take steps to become the person that you've always wanted to become. So I'm super excited to obviously be, opening up this call and talking to a lot of you. So before we actually get this call started, I want you guys to do me a favor, okay? And if you're driving, don't worry about this. But look, most of us are probably at home right now. Let's get those cameras on, guys. There's almost 100 of us on this call, and there's only about like 8 people have their cameras turned on. We're family, guys. We're breaking bread together. We're sitting down with one another and we're talking. We got Jay Patno. Thank you for turning your camera on, bro. Grace, good to see you. Leanne. As many cameras as we can get on as possible so we can really feel this moment and understand that something great is coming off the back of this call. So, guys, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get myself out of the way because there's some exciting, very, very exciting information that you guys are going to receive on this call that I think can help all of you guys duplicate, multiply, and create something amazing for yourselves and get really busy this weekend, okay? I know we got a lot going on. World Cup, there's so many things going on. The weather is nice. The pool's looking good. But we're going to keep you super busy this weekend, okay, guys? So I'm going to get myself out of the way, and I'm going to bring up our first speaker who's actually going to show you guys the blueprint and the game plan. So I need everybody to put your phones on Do Not Disturb, take out that pen and paper, get ready to take notes because this is going to be very important. But the person I get to bring up is someone who I said yes to 2.5 years ago. When I said yes to this individual 2.5 years ago, I was out of the game for like 10, 11 months. And I really didn't know if I wanted to get back in. But once this individual, and I built a relationship over a year, and he finally, you guys have all heard this story, but I just really want you guys to understand that this is a person who like has a true unkillable spirit. Like he's somebody who will always push forward regardless of who sees the vision or not. And I think that's what makes him so special. And he's been in very difficult positions in his career, a lot more difficult than positions I've been in. And you should never judge a man based off of what other people say about them or what you might have seen them go through. You have to see who they are and base your judgment off that person on how they grow through those moments. And this is an individual who, the industry tried to take out, and they tried to remove him. And the reality is he kept his flag planted, and he decided that he's going to go out there and literally prove every single doubter, hater, and naysayer wrong. And he's done that at such a high level. So I'm super fired up that this guy's my friend. He's my business partner. I love him to death. So guys, do me a favor. I want you guys to drop some 777s in the chat box and just light it up for our mentor, our leader, Matthew Thayer, my brother. Thank you for everything you do for the community. I appreciate you, bro. The floor is yours.
Man, Ali, bro, love you, man. Thank you so much for those kind words. And I love what you just said, right? This call really is more than just an incentive drop, more than just a promotional drop. This is about belief. And you're going to hear from, 6, 7, 8 people on this call, various different ages, right? All the way from 21 years old to, 30 plus, 35 plus, 40 plus years old, guys, of people that have been in the industry, that have made 6, 7, 8 figures, multiple millions of dollars in the industry of this business. And yes, we're dropping an incredible promotion. We're dropping an incredible incentive. But these types of promos and incentives are just to help you guys go dominate your business, to go help you guys increase your paychecks. And the reason why you're going to hear from every single person here today is because we want you to know that, hey, if it's possible for them, it's possible for you guys. Guys, I've been in the industry for 14 years. I was sitting on my patio furniture out front yesterday, and I was just reflecting on the last 14 years. I have not worked a job. I have not worked a job in the last 8 years. I've been able to wake up in the morning, every single morning, without an alarm clock. I have not had to do things in life based on time or money. I get to decide every single day, what do I want to do? And why do I want to do it? And it doesn't have to be about money. It doesn't have to be about time. I get to actually design my life every single day. But I remember when I got started at 22, Ali said this, right? He said, you have to believe. When I was 22 years old, guys, I had a massive belief that I was going to do something special in this industry. And it's because of calls like this, because of the people that I got to listen to, that helped me break through any mental barrier that was put in place during this run. Because I got so inspired from other people that have won in this industry, and it kept me going. Because yes, we're going to drop this promotion. Yes, we are going to talk about the incentive. But this promotion, this incentive, guys, really is just designed to just go help you have easier success. Because everything that we have with the CONEQTX brand, with Connective, with the Akashics merge, the publicly traded company, the travel, the trading, the live sessions, everything that we have for the price point that we have it at, that right there is enough for you to go generate $100,000 a month in this industry. You don't need a promotion. You don't need an incentive to go create that. You have everything that you need right now to be able to go create that. And it's going to start with what Ali said, belief. You have to believe in yourself. Because if you don't have the belief, it doesn't matter what promotion we run. It doesn't matter what incentive that we drop. If you don't believe that it's possible for you, It's never going to happen. So let's start that with belief, guys. And let's go into the promotion. I'm so excited about this promotion, guys, because here's the deal, right? We got started with, this brand, and we decided to merge CONEQTX into CONEQTX and come up with this new brand of CONEQTX, putting the two brands together, the value together. And yesterday on the overview, we announced the pre-launch, right? The pre-launch where the next 7 days, everybody's going to be able to get started, right? For a discounted price. And I'm going to pull this up real quick. I'm going to pull up this PowerPoint because we're going to walk through, what the details of this promotion is. But this is really, guys, for you to be able to position your network, your people, everybody that you know right now inside of this movement before CONEQTX, the app, and everything goes live. See, guys, if you've been on this run with us with the CONEQTX, if you guys have been on the run with us with one mission, understand, guys, our mission has stayed the same, right? It is to bring the world together. It is to bring people together. It is to go out there and help as many people as we possibly can break free from the chains of poverty, to break chains of the generational curses that they've had, to help them build a better life for themselves. This partnership, this collaboration, everything that we're doing, guys, is to help people be able to achieve that. So what we announced yesterday with the promotion, with the discount, is to allow you to go out there and position your people in a position of power. So what we decided to do was to have everybody have the ability to enroll people for $179. Now, the $179, guys, basically what that is, that's the monthly fee, right? That's the monthly fee to stay active with the membership, right? So anybody that you get started, you're going to basically take your username, so whatever your username is, .conectx.com. Your username, .conectx.com. And basically, this is what it's going to look like. Let me go ahead and let me share the website. I'm going to share the website really quick so you guys can see that as well. And I'm going to walk you guys through what it looks like to sign somebody up. So when they go to your username.conectx.com, they're going to go ahead and they're just going to click join in the top right-hand corner. This is going to be connected to you, right? Let me actually just go over to Google real quick and re-go into this because it's already set up. So 1 second. CONEQTX.com. Join. Well, the promo codes there's going to be a little toggle right here, guys, where you can enter the promo code. The promo code is founder. Again, you are locking your position in as a founder, a part of this pre-launch. And what it does is it discounts the pro package. The normal pro package, guys, is $499. The normal package for this, guys, is $499. They're getting it for $179. That includes the travel. That includes all of the connective value that CONEQTX brought to the table. It brings all of the app, the live sessions, everything. But on top of it, if they stay active, guys, for 12 months, they get that free 7-night trip, right? They get the free 7-night trip for just staying active. So you're going to basically send them your link. You're going to tell them the promo code. They're going to select pro and they're going to fill out their information, guys, and they're going to get started. Now, that's how you lock people in. That is insane valued. The ability for people to get started for that price is something I just have not seen in the industry. People pay a couple $100, $300, $400, $500 for all of the value that people are getting now for $179. So you really have the opportunity to take this price and go to your network and say, hey, trust me. Hey, lock in with me. I'm about to go on the biggest run of my entire life, and I'm changing my last name for the rest of my life. My kids' kids, their lives are about to change with this movement. This next 7 days before CONEQTX goes live, my personal objective is to go bring in 100 new people, just myself, with this promotion. So what's your goal? You have to ask yourself, what's your goal with this promotion? Because it's really a no-brainer. So $179, guys, is the promo price. Now, we are also on top of it allowing you guys to also win some prizes. So starting yesterday, so June 25th, all the way till July 31st, you have the opportunity that for every single personal that you bring in is going to be worth a raffle ticket. So at the end of the month in July, we are going to look at all of the raffle tickets. We're going to put your name into a raffle drawing. And what we're going to do is we're going to give away an iPhone. We're going to give away a MacBook Air. We're going to give away some AirPods. And then we're going to give basically, guys, the 4th through 10th Think and Grow Rich books. So we're adding this on top of the incentive. So not only do you guys have the motivation now to go lock your network in for $179, but on top of it, every single person that you bring in is going to be worth a raffle ticket. And Ollie, if you could, bro, could you drop, or Josh or Jay or somebody, could you guys drop the Google Forms into the chat? There's one thing that you guys have to do when you sign somebody up. All you need to do is fill out the Google form. The Google form, guys, is how we're going to track the raffle tickets. Now, we're going to drop this in the Telegram groups. We're going to drop this in everything marketing-wise. You guys have access to that. But just make sure to fill that out, okay? Again, at the end of the month of July, we're going to look at the raffle, guys, and we're going to do a drawing. And then 2 weeks after we do the drawing, guys, the prizes will get sent out. If you guys are excited about this this drawing, guys, can you go ahead and type some 111s in the chat? I know I'm excited, guys. Every time a promotion ever came out like this in my career, I was like, I have to go get this. Like, I have to be at the top of the leaderboard. If you guys know the qualities that I talk about when I look for a leader, this is your opportunity to show me that you're a leader. This is your opportunity to show your upline that you have the 5th quality, which you guys know that quality number 1 is what? Desire. You have to have first desire to go run this business. Number 2, you have to be teachable and you have to be coachable. When your mentor or your upline tells you how to work this business and tells you how to do it, you have to learn. You have to remain a student. Number 3, you have to have toughness. When you sign up for this business, you start to go talk to people, guess what? They're not going to see your vision all the time. They're not going to want to go do this thing. Not everybody's going to say yes. And when they say no, you have to be able to continue to keep going. Number 4, guys, is you got to have some credibility with your contacts. A lot of you guys are not going to have credibility on day 1, but guess what? As you go through this business and as you stay consistent, your credibility continues to grow. See, when I joined this industry, I drank every single weekend. I was in college. I was playing sports. I'm getting calls. Can you guys still hear me? Type 111 in the chat, please. You guys hear me? All right, cool. You build your credibility as you go. Number 5, and this is the one I'm talking about. When people dropped promotions, when there was things in the business that I could go and go show my mentors that I had this quality, I wanted to make sure they knew who I was. Number 5, guys, is competitiveness. When you have competitiveness, that's how you go become a 7-figure earner in this industry. You have to compete with yourself every single day. You have to be able to flip the switch on. You have to be able to ignite yourself. And when there's things like this that happens, you have to be able to say, you know what? I'm turning it on. I'm competitive. I have that 5th quality. I'm going to be a 7-figure earner in this industry. So let's break down basically what happens when you sell this package, guys. So the original commission on obviously a pro sale is $80, and then the second level is $20. But the renewal on both the core and the pro at $179 is $10. So I don't want you guys to get confused here. When you guys sell this package and people use the founder code, it's going to be a $10 commission. You still are going to get a commission, but it's going to be a $10 commission because that's what they're paying. They're paying the $179. And then they're also locked in at that price as well. So the price is not going to go up. It's going to stay exactly the same, but it's going to be $179. Now, what should you have people do coming off of this call? Number 1, go help people go get their membership credit. Go to your entire downline and say, hey, just want to let you know, this company decided to allow us to pre-launch over the next 7 days and lock people in on the pro package for $179. Worst case, let's at least go waive your monthly fees. Let's at least go get you a membership credit. Utilize this promotion to go to your entire downline and at least go help them get their membership credit. That's number one. Number two, go to your downline that has people on their team and say, hey, I want to go help you go make $600 a month. How are we going to do that? Well, hey, you have 6 people on your left team. Let's go find 4 people to join your business. Let's get your membership credit, and let's help 2 of those people out of your 4 just each enroll 1. So then you can have a total of 6 and you're making $600 a month. If I was an affiliate and I was brand new in this business, those are the 2 things that I would concentrate on. Those are the 2 things that I would talk about every single day. And every time that my team got somebody to get started or they got their 4, is I would drop that in the Telegram. I would drop that in the group chats and I'd say, congratulations, Hunter just got, he just got his first personal. He's 3 away from getting his membership credit. Tippa just got his 4. He just got his membership credit. Savannah just got to senior consultant. Congratulations, she's making $600 a month. I would bring massive energy into the chats every single day about this promotion, about the incentive, and about the growth of my team every single day. But guys, it's not just what I do, right? I've been in the business, like I said, for 14 years, but I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the next people that are going to talk on this call. And this is the first time I think I've ever brought this gentleman onto a call. Me and Jay, man, have become like best friends, like brothers. We've been in this business now together for, I think, going on almost 8 years. And what's crazy, guys, is this is actually one of mine and Joey's first 6-figure earners, right? He was the first person that came through our business and became a 6-figure earner. Insane, right? And we play basketball together, we travel the world together, and we've been building this business together, guys, for 8 years. Him and his business partner, Josh. But man, he's going to break down how they're going to utilize this promotion and how they're going to take their business to the next level. And I'm telling you guys, listen to these guys. Listen to what Jay has to say, because I'm promising you guys this. If there's anybody that knows how to go build this business on a technical level, it's these guys. They teach their people the nuts and bolts, the meat and the potatoes on how to go be successful in the industry. So Jay, man, if you're there, bro, if you could turn your camera on, I'm gonna spotlight your video. I'm going to pass this over to you, bro. The floor is yours. There you are. What's up? What's up, bro?
What is going on? What is going on? Am I spotlighted? Am I good? Am I good? All right. Awesome. Let's go, everybody. I am absolutely fired up. I'm excited. Let's get some 7s in the chat from Mr. Matthew Thayer, man, the man, the myth, the legend. Man, it's actually crazy to think about like how many years it has been. And it's when you first come into the industry, you dream of different things. One being able to hit different ranks, but also to be able to have kept the group that we have had together, I think is an ultimate testament to just the integrity and the opportunity that's at hand. Like you can change your life, not just for a small amount of time, but for a very long amount of time. And I'm super grateful for you. I'm super grateful for everybody that is here. And I'm super grateful for the community, because without you guys, there is no, community as it goes, right? And so what's going on, everybody? I'm fired up. I'm excited. If you can't see, I haven't been able to stop smiling since I jumped on the call, because I just know what these type of promos have done for not only myself, but tons of people. If you are fired up, if you are excited, if you know that this is going to absolutely change your business and take your skills to the next level, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. If you know today is the day, I want you to put a 1 in the chat, because Matthew and Ali both talked about belief. And the one thing about belief is your belief fuels your actions, right? And your actions fuel your results. And when you have results, it refuels and reinforces your belief. And so what I want to give you guys a challenge to do is just do all out massive action. Your belief should already be there. The community is winning. You see the testimonials every single day of people that are having success in trading, that are hitting ranks, that are crushing it. The people that are excited for the momentum, the merge right now, which is unprecedented in the space. It is absolutely amazing what is already happening and the momentum that is already here, but the momentum that is going to be even higher, even bigger, even better, even stronger. And so I am just fired up and excited for it. And I want you guys to understand something. Anybody that's ever had success within their network marketing career, anybody that's ever had success in business can always look back to a point in their career Well, that was the moment. That was the moment that changed it all, right? They might not have known it in the exact moment, but they look back and say, man, it was this promotion. Man, it was this time. It was this time in my career. And for me personally, that like I can look back and it was from a promotion exactly like this. Honestly, this promotion is giving even more money off. It was a money off promo and it completely changed my life. I remember hearing, I believe it was Joey and Matt, they're talking about the same thing I'm talking about, like a moment in time. And I didn't know at the time what it would do. But my business went from 300 and put in an extra 300 people over the course of 3 or 4 days. I personally put in 30 people within those 3 days. And from that allowed me to, over the course of those next 60 days, go to over 1,400 active, all from a promo stemming like this. And this promo is more money off and longer amount of days. This is over a 3-day period, guys. So these promotions are so powerful. These promotions can change everything for you. So I want you to think to yourself right now. I want you to allow yourself to make today be day one. Today is day one of the new business journey that you're on. You're going to look back in 3 years, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years and be like, man, today was the day that changed everything for me because I took advantage of the promotion. I went all out. I said, skip what I have to do this weekend, skip what's going on, skip everything else. I made today the day and I put everything I possibly could into this week. We already have so much buzz from the merge. We already have so many things going on, so many great things to offer. You just need to be the person that takes advantage of it. So I want to challenge you to go all out massive action. What we're doing is we're talking about this every single day. There's not going to go a day that goes by that we're not promoting this on our stories. There's not going to be a day that goes by that we're not reaching out to our entire network multiple times. F it, right? Who cares? Make them block you. We're going to talk about this so much that people are going to be like, all right, man, what is it that this promo is? What is going on? We're going to make sure every single person in our entire network, we do trainings multiple times a week. We're going to hammer it on every single training. We're going to make sure that people know because, like I said, if you allow it, today will be the biggest moment within your career. If you want to change, if you're going to make today the day, I want to see some more ones in the chat. If you're going to make today the day, if this is going to be the day that you look back and say, man, I became a 6-figure earner, a 7-figure earner, it was all from this one day. Let me see some ones in the chat. Because I promise you, if you do allow it, it will happen for you. But I want you to leave no stone unturned. I want you to message every single prospect. I want you to message people that maybe you were afraid to message before. I want you to make sure that every single person you've ever spoke to in your past knows what is going on. From $4.99 to get started to $179, that is unprecedented. So let's just take advantage of it because when we do win on these things like this, we get to run them again. We get to run them in the future if we take advantage and do what we have to do. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pass it to the next speaker. He's going to touch on a few of the things that you can do and what we're going to be doing as a team to really make this the greatest day of your entire career. And this person, for me, he's a brother of mine, right? Like he's legitimately my brother. We have been running this business together for the last 7-8 years. We got started when we were both in college up in good old North Dakota, freezing cold. And we were just some young kids at the time. We looked and we had an idea. I said, hey, do you want to be my business partner on one foggy, maybe a few too many drinks nights? And he said, yeah. And at the time, we didn't know what would actually become, but we just had a vision. We just had a belief that this idea, this concept could be something that completely changed our lives. And him personally, he's become a student of the game. He has become an encyclopedia of network marketing information, and not just one that studies, but actually puts the action to it. And because of that, he has impacted over 15,000 people's lives, made multiple 6-figure earners, and has become one of the greatest I've personally seen do it. So with that being said, I want to bring up my brother, my best friend, and my business partner, Mr. Joshua Amundsen. Can we get some 7s in the chat for my man, please?
Yo, yo, yo. Let me go ahead and spotlight my video. Unless somebody else got it. Cool. But Jay, I appreciate it so much, man. Guys, I'm so excited to be on here. And, Jay, I will say to you, man, thank you so much for, allowing me to join you on this journey, man. Guys, I was friends with Jay for 2 years in college. And one day I got presented this opportunity from a random guy on Zoom. And I go over to his house and I'm like, dude, you would not believe what I just saw on Zoom. I don't even know what Zoom is, but this guy broke down this whole trading business. I was like, I told the dude no. And Jay's like, I'm doing that. And I was like, what? I was like, bro, we've hung out every day for 2 years. And you didn't tell me? He goes, I don't know. And guys, from that day forward, we got started, dude. I didn't have much, but I had a couple $100, man. And I had no idea that this industry was going to change my entire life, become a completely different person, allow me to go to over 21 countries around the world, speak on a lot of stages and be able to impact a lot of lives, guys. But not only that, be able to help my family, guys. I mean, within 2 years, I was able to pay my sister's $16,000 credit card debt. Dude, 30% APY, $16,000. Dude, she was drowning on an hourly job, man. And so I'm just forever grateful for this industry. I'm grateful for Jay. I'm grateful for all the leaders. I texted in the group chat to all the speakers who are going to be on here. And I was like, man, I'm so happy that we get the whole calls like this, that we get to unify. We all got our squads and we're all just pushing forward, man. But I'm grateful to be here, guys. My name is Josh Amundsen. I'm 29 years old out in Minnesota. And, we don't have a lot of time, so I just kind of want to get into it. Jay talked about something that was absolutely crazy. We got started on January of 2019, right? And in our first year, we had about 20 people on our team. Right? It was about 20 people in our first year, right? And Matt and Joey actually dropped the promo and they told us, like, guys, it's the people who take it serious and that actually go after it are the ones that end up making it big. And so me and Jay, that was our first ever promo, guys. We hammered it like crazy and we grew our team in the span, I think 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, from 20 people to 75 people. About 380% growth. Absolutely crazy, guys. 3.8 times growth. And this was the really crazy one, right? It's when your preparation, and sometimes when a promo comes out, meets God's timing, that's when the magic happens. So for a lot of you that have been hustling and in the trenches and being consistent, now that this is here, you're going to have an explosion inside of your business, your life, everything, guys. But that second promo was absolutely crazy. This was in, I think it was 2020. Jay talked about it, man. We had about 250 people on our team. And it was a 3-day promo. And we actually put in 700 people over the course of 3 days. It was 700 people. And our team went from 250 to 700 people, guys. Over 1,000 people now active inside of our business. And the reason why we were able to do that is because we were already doing what we were supposed to be doing. We were already doing presentations, prospecting people, getting on calls, following up with people. So when the promo dropped, it was game over, right? And I know a lot of you are in that same situation right now, guys, but you can literally triple the size of your business, if not more, from this promo. I want to mention this, guys. This is some game for you, okay? A lot of you want to become leaders in this industry. And a lot, I would say the fact that you're even showing up today, you already are a leader. But if you want to become a great leader in the network marketing industry, there's something that I learned that changed the game for me and Jay, right? Me and Jay learned this. It's not always about what the promotion is. Okay, I want you guys to write this down if you're taking notes. It's about the promotion of the promotion. Okay, Matt and Joey could have dropped a get one and come to the barbecue in Minnesota. It doesn't matter. Okay, this is a crazy promo, first of all. Absolutely insane. I mean, they're giving out thousands of dollars in prizes. But here, as a leader, if you want to be great, you have to show your team how to feel about the promo. If you approach your team and you're like, guys, super awesome promo, this is what it is. This is how long it lasts. This is what you can get from it. Let's go get it, guys, right? They're going to duplicate and act and feel the same way that you're portraying. Okay, so in order to be a great leader in this industry, you have to promote the promotion like crazy. You need to show your team how excited you are. You got to be shaking your freaking camera when you're on the call with them and screaming about how cool this promo is. If you show your team how excited you are about this promo, how do you think they're going to feel? Put it in the chat, guys. How do you think they're going to feel if you show them that you're excited, that you're going to go out and crush this thing? Hype. Yep, fired up. They're gonna feel great, lit it up, locked in, right? You got to show them how to feel, guys. That's the one thing I'll give you for the tip of any promo that comes out in the future, right? That's why we do so well with promos within our organization, is because we're excited about all the promos, right? So I wanted to say that. And then Jay touched on this too, ladies and gentlemen. But not just how you show how you feel about the promo, but it's also going to be about, Jay mentioned talking about it all the time. Every presentation call you do with a prospect, tell them about the promo. Tell them about the discounts. Tell them about the building side, all the promos that we have. Every leadership call that you do for your community, talk about the promo. Every single in-person event that you do, talk about the promo, right? In our Telegram chats, guys, I don't know if you know this, but in Telegram, you can hold down the send button and you can schedule a message. We're going to be having messages sent every single day in our group chat about the promo. People are going to see the promo, right? We're going to be talking about it, promoting it, posting it on social media, and just showing how excited we are, guys. So I'm so grateful for Matthew Thayer, Joey Wilson for putting this promo together, guys. I'm so grateful that they are willing to invest their money back into their business, because there's a lot of leaders in this industry, thankfully not in this company. They don't invest anything back in their business, guys. So I'm so grateful for these two. I'm grateful for all the leaders that we're running with, grateful for this entire community. And the last thing I'll say, guys, before I pass it to this next phenomenal speaker is this, okay? When you're on a run in this business, give everyone in your network a fair chance at telling you yes or telling you no, okay? There was an individual that was in this industry. He's no longer in the industry, that went to high school with Jay Patno. And he was too afraid to ask Jay if he wanted to do this business. He was too afraid, right? For whatever reason, whatever was going on in his head, he was too afraid to ask Jay about this business. Well, guess what? 6 months later, Jay Patno gets started inside this industry. He's put thousands and thousands of people into this business, into this industry, guys, over the last 7 to 8 years. And it could have been within that individual's organization. So don't miss out on chances. The best thing in life is on the other side of fear. You know who the most successful people are in your network, the people who have the biggest influence. Give them a shot to tell you yes or tell you no, okay? So I just want to mention that to you guys, but I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to the next speaker, which I absolutely love. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an individual that I heard about in the past, right? She's been a 7-figure earner for a very, very long time. Been in the industry for over a decade. But when I finally, got in proximity with this individual, we've been on team leadership events. I've seen her speak on stages at the company events. It is unbelievable how, not just me, but everyone in the room feels after she speaks. She truly has, an art, a gift for this industry, but also the ability to impact people on a high level. And so I'm so excited, guys. She's built teams into the tens of thousands. You guys all know her. She's one of the favorites inside of this group, but I'm going to go ahead and give it up to none other than Dr. China. Okay. So Dr. China, if you're there, I'm going to try to spotlight your video. There you go. There you go.
Hey. Hopefully you guys can hear me nice, loud, and clearly. Please let me know if you guys can hear me well. Yes, no, maybe so.
Yeah.
Yes, no, maybe so. Okay, I know I got something a little different happening here, but I wanted to make sure that the audio was clear. I wanted to make sure that everybody was locked in. I wanted to make sure that everybody's energy was high, and I didn't want any distractions, okay? Sometimes distractions is the exact thing that stops you from really living the life that you want to live, or being tricked out of your position and not being locked in. And I believe in this moment right now, everybody just needs to be locked in. Comment the word locked in the chat right now, just locked in, because when I heard from every speaker, you just hear the energy, right? You hear the energy, how focused they are, no matter what's happening in life. I think people assume that when you get to a certain income level, or you get to a certain leadership position, that life just stops happening. Life doesn't stop happening when you are earning more money. Life doesn't stop happening when you're moving through the ranks. You just understand that life is much better when you're locked in and focused, right? And that you're moving toward a goal that's so clear. And so you don't allow a bunch of distractions to keep making you stop and then start and then stop and then start, because you've made a decision that this is where I need to be. And everything else that comes, that happens, is just life, right? And so I'm really excited. I wanted to make sure that there was no distractions. I want to say thank you to Josh. Josh has been totally locked in and focused. I love what him and Jay are doing right now in their organizations. Had an opportunity to talk with Jay just the other day and just lock in. And so this has just been amazing. I would say consider yourself blessed. You made it to the pre-launch of not just a promotion, not just a campaign, but an opportunity to be a part of the biggest story in the industry. And you get to determine what that story is going to be for you. You have an opportunity to say, I was there at the beginning in pre-launch. Here is the moment that people pray for when they see the $1 million earners, whether it's $1 million a year, whether it's $1 million a month, whether it's $1 million a week. They wish that they could have been in this moment. Now, that doesn't mean that this moment in these types of moments, does it come with the process? You know, as soon as you make a decision that you want to live a big life, as soon as you make a decision that you want more, as soon as you make a decision that you don't want average and regular and mediocre to be what you desire, you open up opportunity to be authenticated. That means challenges are supposed to come. Trials are supposed to come. Obstacles are supposed to come to determine if that's all that's needed for you to throw the towel in and give up. This is the time to lace up your boots, put on your backpack. It's time to ride. If you know, we are unapologetically a faith-first community. And I believe it's Holy Spirit that has been allowing us to navigate through some of the muddiest waters and some of the toughest times and some of the strongest winds to still stand here. I'm not taking credit for none of it. And here's what I want to tell you as we prepare to go into the biggest pre-launch of our career. Whether you've been in this industry for a year, for a month, or for a decade, you have the same opportunity right now. You have an opportunity to make a decision. Comment the word MAD. Some people may hear my energy. They don't understand the passion that I have and what I had to go through in life and how much I had to fight and how many people I fight for. I do not play when it comes down to the assignment on my life. I do not play when it comes down to the call of God on my life. If you're on the other side of me, it's dangerous for you, right? Because I don't play. And that's how serious you have to be about the people who have decided that they're going to lock in with you. Because some of them, guess what? They're borrowing a little bit of your belief. They don't have the clear vision yet. And so you got to look at them not like babies and not like kids, but like an assignment and a responsibility. You better be laced up with the full armor of God on, because I'm telling you, not everybody is going to be excited about your decision. They're not going to be excited about your decision to go all in. They're not going to be excited about your decision, to decide to do things a little bit differently from everybody else. And so adversity comes, but if you are protected with the full armor, I'm telling you, it gets easier and it gets easier. So if you're ready to go all in for your family, for your kids, for those that are dependent on you, for your team and for your community, I'm telling you to lace up your boots. Here's what I believe. I believe that energy never lies. Energy never lies. Men lie. Women lie. But energy never lies. People don't remember what you say on every call. They don't remember what you say in every conversation, but they do remember how you make them feel. And so I just believe that high energy equals high income. I love how Josh alley-ooped it over to me. I didn't know what he was going to talk about, but he talked about when you share this promotion with people, if you're sounding monotone and laid back, I'm like, I wonder, are you taking a nap? Are you ready to run? Are you really excited? Or are you just telling me information? So your energy needs to be infectious. It needs to be exciting. It needs to let them know that they trusted the right community. They trusted the right person. And it's not just because you had the best trading day. It's not because you hit all of your goals. Maybe those things that happen today, but your energy should not be predicated on what's happening. It should be predicated on the fact that you know you got the right vehicle. You know that your vision is clear. You know that you're sent to help a lot of people to win. And you are absolutely certain that no matter if this is the absolute best day of your life or you went through a little turbulence today, that you know you were in the right place at the right time. And so listen, I want to break something down to you because I challenge every single one that's on this call. Whether you've been in the industry as long as me, I've been in the industry for 17 years. I've seen a lot. I've experienced a lot. I've accessed a lot. I learned what to do, but also what not to do, right? Or if you've been in the industry 17 days, I challenge everybody to make this your day one. I challenge everybody. One of the worst things that you can do is keep reading old press about what you did. I don't need to keep hearing and keep reading and keep bringing up that I'm an 8-figure earner in the industry. Wonderful, China. What are you doing now? What are you doing today? How are you maximizing this promotion? Who's going to be at the top of the leaderboard, right? Because people want to know what you're doing now. So I challenge every single person that's connected to look at this as your day one. Go consulting. Go consulting again. Go get your 4. Use this pre-launch to go get your 4. Use this I'm doing it myself. I'm starting over like it's day one. And I'm so clear on my goal and my vision because I know that my vision has to be big enough that other people's goals and visions could fit on the inside of it. So I'm gonna leave you with this because I believe you need to know your numbers, right? You need to know how many people you're helping. I do something inside of my organization where we call it run the numbers, where everybody knows what their numbers are. Everybody doesn't have the same appetite, right? Some people appetite is a little bit bigger. Some people visions is a little bit, as far as what they desire for their families is a little bit different. but you need to know your number. And my number, guys, when I think about how many consultants or senior consultants I need in my organization, that number is 6,250. And if I need 6,250 senior consultants in my business, that's not work that I'm going to do alone, right? 6,250 senior consultants in my business for me to hit my goal of going legend, right, of $1 million a month, not just because I need $1 million a month, but because of how many people I need to help based on the assignment that's on my life. Does that make sense? So 6,250. But when you say that number, that might be like, oh my goodness, that's a lot of people. But guess what? I know that there's no great thing that God gives you that you can do alone. So I know that I need at least 12 people that are locked in, what I call 12 people that are going to be the pro players in the market, who have the vision, who have the appetite, who have the desire, who are competitive. Maddie talked about the 5 elements that you really, really need to become a 7-figure earner. That means I'm not just qualifying people, I'm disqualifying you quickly. I'm not convincing anybody, I'm disqualifying you quickly, right? Because I don't want to pull you along. So these 12 individuals that's going to help me to get the 6,250 senior consultants in the business, I know for them, it's only now 521. Come on. Look at how that number was just reduced. It's only 521 people that those individuals need in order for them to hit their goals. So I'm no longer just thinking about my goal being going legend for $1 million a month. I'm thinking about how many visionaries I'm going to produce in my business. Come on. How many visionaries are going to be produced in the business and what they need to do. So now I'm giving them the formula of their 521 people that are going to go senior consultant. And that's why I recommend everybody start over from day one. Let this be your day one, right? And here's the thing, guys, I know it's going to take time. So then what if you divided that 521 over 12 months? Come on. I'm giving you guys some game right now. I wish I had a whole training to give it all to you. But when you get so clear, when you get so clear on your vision and you get so clear on your goals, not only will people follow you, they will believe. And in the beginning, they will borrow some of your belief. But when they recognize that they could fit in that 521, they can go and do that and produce that. And they see the results for them is now having a 6-figure monthly income. Why would they not? Develop the skills that it takes. Give yourself 12 months, because in 12 months, guys, the number actually is absolutely amazing. And it's only 43 senior consultants produced each and every single month. So I wanted to not just give you powerful energy. I wanted to come on this call to give you clear vision, to let you know that you're not blindly following people. We know exactly where we're going. We are completely locked in and committed. You are connected to something that is going to change the game and that is going to make history. And I'm so excited to celebrate each of you. And I'm so excited to hear your testimonies and your story of how this day has absolutely changed, not just your lives, but the lives of those that's connected. I want to just pass it over to a gentleman that is about to crush it in the Latin American markets. I'm so excited that we have a global opportunity here with now CONEQTX, guys. You're in the pre-launch of things that don't even have hashtags yet, right? The keywords, when people are looking for it, your picture should be popping up. And so they're about to crush it in the Latin markets. They're already doing a phenomenal job. Yes, this is a global business. It's a global opportunity. And I'm so glad to be partnering with people that are really clear on their vision, that is absolutely ready to run. So ladies and gentlemen, just put some 777s in the chat right now for none other than Karav. Karav, my brother, come on in. If you would raise your hand, I will go ahead and make sure we spotlight you. Thank you for all that you do, all of your contributions, and let's go, bro.
Thank you very much, Dr. China. Amazing energy. The only thing that I was asking, I was hoping that I don't go after Dr. China on a call, and then I saw the list. I'm like, God damn! Like it's very, very big shoes to fill. I don't know if that's how you say it, but while I'm here, I'm very, very blessed to be here with this amazing group of leaders. As you guys could hear, everybody here has a lot of experience. Myself, I've been in the industry for over 13 years. So we have seen a lot of things that for some of you, if this is your first company or you are new in network marketing space with trading, you should consider this blessing. The first thing that I wanted to touch is what AI product do you use? Which one do you use? Some of us use Claude, some other use ChatGPT, some use Gemini. Which one do you use? Which one is yours? What's your favorite? Write down on the chat, because I started with ChatGPT and then I moved into Claude. Now I use it mostly Claude. The reason why I'm asking is because I feel like as CONEQTX is a mixture of ChatGPT and Claude. Imagine if these two AI companies or these two AI products that we use every day, they get together and they become one company. That's what I feel CONEQTX is. It's two of the best companies in trading network marketing space getting together and creating a path for each one of us or each one of you, everyone, to have success in their life, okay? But as they say, success in life doesn't come free. It takes work, it takes dedication, it takes focus, it takes time. Therefore, first of all, I want you to have it very clear that the ground that you're standing on is very firm. You can build a building as tall as you want because it's a very, very strong ground called CONEQTX. So that's the first thing that I want to cover. And the second one is a magic question that can make you rich in network marketing. And I know everybody that has been in the industry for a few months, they have heard this question, but I'll repeat it. Who wants to know the magic question that will make you rich in network marketing? I want to see maybe, okay, couple of people. Okay, good. Okay, nice. Okay. This is a question when they told me, I started repeating it with everybody. So the question is, who do you know? Okay. Everybody heard it. Not many people use it. Who do you know? Because since Dr. China mentioned, we are in global business. We are international business. You can literally sign up people from any part of the world. As long as they have internet connection and they have electricity, they can be in your business. So when you ask this question, who do you know? You will be surprised how many people have connections to other countries, to other continents. Because sometimes we see the business as very narrow. We just see it as in our community, in our city, in our state, or our country. We forget that people within our team, they have connection to other countries and other parts of the world. So when you ask the question, who do you know? That opens the world of possibilities for you and where you can expand your business. So I want you to go back after this call and ask everybody in your team, who do you know that lives in South America? Who do you know that lives in Europe? Who do you know that lives in Africa? Who do you know that lives in Asia? And you'll be surprised that everybody in your team knows somebody that have lived somewhere. Either they have met an exchange student or they have had the possibility to travel and fall in love with somebody overseas for a couple of days or whatever it was. Everybody knows somebody outside of this country. And that will expand your business. Because why? Because we have a promo that for only $179, people get tons of value. Like the value that CONEQTX is providing nowadays with the education and all the tools, we used to pay 5-6 years ago thousands of dollars of mentors to teach us those information. So now for $170 a month, you can do that. So what I want to do, I don't want to make it too long. So my whole goal was, you know where you're standing on, and then who do you know? Who do you know? And just repeat that question. Who do you know? Who do you know? And you'll be surprised how big your team will be. Because maybe for you, $300, $400, $500 a month is not a lot of money. Because maybe you have a good job, or you come from a rich family, or you come from money, as they call it here. But hey, overseas, $300 is a monthly salary. Overseas, $400, $500 is an engineer salary. So you'll be surprised how many great people you'll attract to your team if just repeat this question and ask every day, who do you know? As they always say, in order to be successful in life, you have to have intention to be successful. So for you, if you really think that you want to build 10, 20, 50, $100,000 business a month in CONEQTX, you have to be intentional asking this question every day. So anyway, like after me, I'm happy that the person coming after me is amazing, amazing person. She's very, very young. Every time I see her, I'm like, boy, at that age, at 21 years old, I was lost in life. All I was caring about, like the classes and going out on weekends. And just to see her, how she has become one of the main leaders in our community, because not just that she's building a huge community, she's also trading constantly. And she has helped a lot of people build their trading account and pass their challenges and withdraw money from challenges. So for me, obviously, it's always amazing moment just to remember and to remind myself how many great and different styles of leadership we have in our team and in our community in general. So for me, guys, if you can help me with the word queen for Arabella. She's here. She's going to be taking over the call. And thank you for having me here. I hope you guys learned something new today, because if you haven't learned nothing new today, is that you're not paying attention. So if you're paying attention and taking notes, probably you have learned a lot of information today that can serve as fuel for you to build this business for the next 90 days. So Arabella, if you're somewhere around, I think I saw you. I'll spotlight you, and thank you for coming on. The room is yours.
Thank you, Karab. Let's all just drop some hearts, some fire emojis in the chat for Karab. That was absolutely amazing. And shout out to, of course, all of the speakers that just spoke on this call here so far. Really quickly, I definitely want to talk about something that has completely transformed everything for me, especially inside of this business, inside of this industry, and over the last 4 years. And that's just being allowed on social media, right? We have this amazing promo that's being dropped. Now, when I say be loud, I don't mean like be spammy all over your guys' social media. I don't mean post just to necessarily post, right? I mean, make sure that people know what you guys are actually building, how powerful it is of you just being inside of this ecosystem. Because at the end of the day, you guys, people can't support what they don't know necessarily exist. And I want to ask you guys a question. I know a lot of people have been asking you guys some questions, but how many of you guys ever found a business, a product, a promotion, an opportunity, a mentor, because you saw someone posting it consistently online, right? Probably every single one of you guys on this call right now, right? Why? Because people buy what they see for themselves. Your social media is now going to be your guys' storefront. So when you see this promo, drop in the chats, put that flyer everywhere, you guys. Create talking videos surrounded through this promo to plug more people inside of your guys' business. Because again, your social media is your storefront. It's necessarily going to be your business card. It's going to be people's first impression of you. And in today's world, right, people are going to check your guys' Instagram before they even jump on a Zoom like this with you guys. If they land on your guys' page and they can't tell you're in business, why would they be interested in this business or inside of this promo to start their trading journey, right? One of the biggest mistakes I see people make is waiting until they're successful before they even start posting. They'll always say, I'm going to post when I hit this specific rank. I'm going to post when I make my first $10,000, first $1,000. I'm going to post when I have more experience. No, you guys, post while you guys are becoming. People don't connect with the version of yourself that's already at the finish line, the perfection version of yourself. They connect with your guys' progress. Let them watch your guys' journey. Show up on Zoom calls like this. Show yourself taking notes. Show yourself learning. Show yourself growing, because people love transformation, because it gives them belief that they can do it as well too, right? And another thing I really want to emphasize is this, you guys, stop only posting your own results, right? Start posting the community's results. If someone on your team gets their first withdrawal, celebrate it all over your guys' social media. Give that person recognition. If someone catches an amazing trade independently themselves, celebrate that as well. If someone ranks up, celebrate that too. Be loud all over your guys' social media, because it creates urgency, not just for them to get started, but it creates momentum inside of your guys' businesses as well too. If your mentor has a huge week, celebrate that as well, because people aren't just joining you guys. They are joining the community. They're joining the environment, the movement that we're creating. They're joining the momentum, right? So when someone lands on your guys' page, they should immediately think, wow, people are actually winning over here inside of the space. And that's what creates curiosity. That's what creates conversations. That's what creates new enrollments for you guys. And I always tell my team this: momentum is visible. If your social media is quiet, people are immediately going to assume that your business is quiet. If your social media is active, people are assuming that your business is growing. The people who build the biggest organizations aren't always the smartest, most talented, the most great person in trading. They're simply the most consistent. You need to make sure that on your social media that you're showing up every single day, that you are documenting every single day, and they remind people every single day that they are building something special. And it always starts from somewhere, right? It doesn't matter if you have absolutely no team under you right now. It doesn't matter if you have 10, 30, 50, 100 plus people inside of your organization right now. You just simply need to start and lead from the front. And social media is one of the biggest things inside of this industry that is creating the most success stories. People have these brands that other people just simply want access to join, to create something for themselves as well. But if you aren't necessarily posting, then of course they're not necessarily going to know. And I know some people hesitate because they're worried about what maybe their friends, their family, what they might think. But let me ask you guys something. Are those people paying your guys' bills? Are they helping you build the dreams that you want for yourself? Probably not. Most of the people you're afraid of judging you aren't even thinking about you guys. Meanwhile, someone else is silently watching your content, waiting for just one more post before they finally reach out to you and join. Don't let opinions of other few people stop you from changing lives of so many people. And that's exactly what we do here, is we're able to create impact, and showing that all over our social media creates that urgency for more people that wants to align with your vision to join. And especially with this promo, it makes it even more easier for them. So I want to challenge every single person on this call for the next 30 days. Okay, hopefully you make it into 90, but let's start off small. The next 30 days, show up every single day. Post your guys' lifestyle, post your journey, post your self-learning, post yourself on calls like this. If you have not already taken a video of this call to post on your Instagram story, I highly recommend every single one of you guys do that right now, right? Post your guys' team, post your community, post the testimonials that we're seeing every single day, the withdrawals that we're seeing every single day, the winning trades that we're seeing every single day, the rank ups that we're seeing, right? Because every single post is like planting a seed for people, and you never know which seed is going to become your next customer, your next affiliate, your next ace, right? Your next business partner, your next leader. Now, I don't want, of course, this to just be another training where I just tell you guys to do it. I actually want to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to be sharing my screen really quickly with you guys, and I want to show you some incredible results from the community that has been producing the past couple of weeks. And as you're looking through these, I don't want you to just see numbers. Okay, I want you guys to see stories. I want you guys to see belief, the potential inside of this industry. I want you guys to realize that every single one of these results is a piece of content that's waiting to be shared with people, because every single testimonial builds some sort of trust. Every single withdrawal builds belief for people. Every single success story creates curiosity. And if we're getting these kind of results and we're keeping them inside of our group chats, we're doing ourselves such a huge disservice. The world needs to see what we're creating, what we're building. So as I scroll through these, I want you guys to ask yourself this one question. If I consistently shared this kind of value and these kind of results on my social media every single day, how many more conversations could I be creating? How many more people can I look on my DMs and they're asking to join through this $179 promo? So really quickly, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here with you guys on my Telegram. If you guys can see my screen, go ahead and drop me some yeses here in the chat for me. Let's see. Beautiful. Okay, great, you guys. Here's a few results I just want to share with you, and this is just from today, but we're going to kind of look through the last couple of days, the last couple of weeks, and these are success stories that you could be sharing all over your social media as well, too. Share the results. Then the next post, drop a talking video of you guys talking about this promo, being loud about this promo here. So as you guys can see here, right, here is someone, his name is Gabe on here. He was able to withdraw $5,000, $783 just from this week. You guys, great week, Arabelle, is what he told me. You guys, this is from 1 week alone. What could this kind of money do for other people's situations, right? One of the biggest problems in this world right now, 99.99% comes from having a problem when it comes to money. And as entrepreneurs, the things that we share on our social media media is solutions for their problems. So if you're showing people exactly what this community is creating, what it's doing, how many more people can you get wanting to join you inside of creating an impact, right? Here's another person, you guys, like even smaller results just like this. If you're someone on this call right now, maybe you're a completely brand new trader as well, and you just started seeing results for yourself, post that progress as well too. It doesn't matter how big or how small the results are. There's still results that can easily impact so many people, but only if they see it, only if they know, right? Here's another person, you guys. $1,490 was made for him. Here's somebody else here, Julian. He's someone who we actually work with a bit personally, and he was able to plug into my live sessions, you guys. I'm pretty sure he's 17 or 18. Okay, he's 17, 18 years old. He just either graduated his senior year of high school, and he started this account with only $100. You guys, he had $100 to throw inside of this account, and this week alone, he had 2 withdrawals. This is his second one. He was able to withdraw $1,500. These are the type of results that you should be sharing all over your social media, and you have to be so loud about it as well too. Don't forget the disclaimers though. I will say that, you gues. Here's someone else, $36 here. Another person still holding on to this trade, 212 Canadian dollars too. When people see this, kind of coming back to one of the topics that Karab talked about, seeing people in different international markets, right? People who might necessarily even not be in USA. When they see maybe another Canadian doing this, maybe you have someone inside of your social media who's in Canada right now waiting to see a post just like this to give themselves a reason to join as well too, right? Here's another person, $75 with them, and the results, they don't stop, you guys, in every single educator's chat. Okay, even if I go through Rich's, Joseph, Hannah's, people are producing results on a daily basis, and people need to be able to see this. You guys, the belief level that you're able to give people on your guys' social media, and you showing your face with your brand, you talking on there, sharing this promo, it gives people a reason to not even question if they should join or not. They're just going to ask you guys for a link for it, right? But show these testimonials all over your guys' social media, because it's going to be such a huge disservice if you guys simply don't, right? You can scroll here for hours, or you can even just maybe hit up a few people inside of your warm market as well too. Look, maybe it could be an old coworker. I know when I first started, you were a bit curious and you were skeptical in joining me inside of this journey, but I just wanted to share this result with you because he's someone in a very similar situation as you. He's someone who has 2 kids. He has worked a 9-to-5 job in construction, just like us, and he's able to spend more time now with his kids because he's been able to develop an extra source of income. Those kind of success stories give people a reason as to why they should join you. And even better now that they're doing it at such more of an affordable price with even more value to them. So share these results all over your guys' social medias, especially if you're someone on this call right now and you didn't even record one bit. I hope you guys are recording as I was scrolling through those results. That is the type of results that people need to see, right? So shout out to every single person who I just shared on there. I know maybe some of you guys saw your names. Massive congratulations of all of the profits and the withdrawals, the payouts that you guys were able to get through just this industry in general, right? For your guys' first start. Now, really quickly, you guys, I definitely want to go ahead and introduce someone who is someone who I respect so much because he understands leadership isn't about being the loudest person in the room. It's about creating leaders who go out and actually impact people's lives. And that's exactly what he has done himself and why so many people continue to grow under his mentorship. He demonstrates through the way that he leads, the culture that he creates, and the example he sets for people every single day. So if you guys have not got value from today's training at all, and I'm gonna be shocked if you haven't. If you guys have gotten value from this call, I'm gonna be so shocked if you are not blowing up and flooding this chat right now with fire emojis, with some love in the chat, because Garrett here is about to give you guys even more value, more game, more gems for you guys to hear from. So Garrett, thank you for being on this call here today. If you can just go ahead and maybe turn on your camera so I can spotlight you. Let's go. Beautiful. You have the floor, Garrett. Yeah, let's see if we can get you unmuted. There we go.
There we go. There we
There
go.
you go.
Awesome. Awesome. I definitely appreciate Arabella. Y'all give it up for Arabella. She literally gave you guys the blueprint of creating a brand, launching. I took a couple of notes and some things that I hope you guys are taking notes. These calls are super important. Like I was in the city, I was moving, and I was just listening to as we were moving. I'm like, man, like for me to be out here, sunny day, got to rush back home and I'm still plugged in is because I love this industry. And as I'm getting on calls like this, it's like, I think a lot of people, they miss out on the opportunity by being coached for free by people that are going to celebrate their greatness later, guys. When you got opportunity to get on a call with so many people who have dominated the industry, made six figures, like I think in today's world, we made it be normal when you hear a person that's made six figures, like that amount of money from an online business that was very cheap to get involved with, or was a low investment, or they didn't have belief, or they were going things in their life and they actually take somebody else's business. Like I love to think about the concept of the industry because I really love the industry. And I think a lot of times that's what helps me be successful in the industry, because I have a true appreciation of the whole concept of it. Like we're selling somebody else's vision, somebody else's investment, somebody else's hard work. They put in the foundation. They had the relationships to have all these amazing educators. They have the budget to have all these amazing educators. They have the budget to put together tools and systems to get the customers paid. And we get to come in and say, hey, I want to take everything you worked hard on and put together and make it mine as a business owner. I want to go into business with you. Or you're already successful. You're already a seven-figure guys. This is $100 million business that you have access to as a business owner. I get it. The customer side, we're making great money in the markets, right? Every single day we could pull out our phone, get on devices and get in the biggest markets of the world. But we've made it normal to not realize how many people in the world, there are billions of people in the world who don't wake up with the same opportunity you have. They don't have the same circle of mentorship that you have. They don't have a proven blueprint that's been documented to work for people for the last 2 decades. This same system that we're using has almost been around for 2 decades, creating new millionaires, new six-figure earners, new people who are making their first $50,000, $20,000 online, having their first $1,000 days, going on dream trips with their family, buying new homes, buying new cars, living their dream lifestyle, giving back to their community. And it all comes down to understanding the power of the industry that we're in, guys. So as I was hearing Arabella, when she was talking about showing up loud, like I think a lot of times, we're in the shell and we think we're new, but the people that we need to go show this to, they're not new to the same, struggles that we might have gone through. They're not new to the same difficulty it is to go out there and find an opportunity that's going to change your life. And I was talking to somebody the other day that was like, yeah, I've been using this industry to pay my mama's rent for the last 2 years. And I think so many times that people are looking for the big bucks that we miss the small moments. And I was explaining to them, I was like, yo, somebody who might be at $2,000 a month, that might be nothing to you. But $2,000 a month to me, back when like I was first getting started in the industry, that's an extra 20,000 plus a year added to the money that I'm already bringing in my household. If you're making $10,000 a month, that's an extra 6 figures a year that you just gave to your household off of just investing 3 figures or what, 4 figures into a business model that's been proven to work. So, Arabella, she hit it on the nail. Karab, when he was talking about bringing a new person in and saying, who can we show? Like, it's the simple things in network marketing. I'm going to say something, guys, because I've now been in network marketing since 2012. It's been an amazing journey. I've had so many great moments. I've had, moments that's changed my life forever. It's done everything for me I ever dreamed of to have in my life. I could hit the lotto tomorrow and I would still be doing network marketing. I just love it. I feel like it's the best industry in the world. I feel like you're giving people the opportunity to duplicate the results that you have, the results that you didn't even think you might have, the results that you only dreamed of having. You create a blueprint where the next person or your family members or your co-workers or people that you just meet on the street can literally duplicate the same exact success that you're getting from the same exact business, the same exact model. So, when she was saying planting seeds, the first thing that popped in my head is, because it's a digital business, we literally have the power to plant seeds all around the world, y'all. Because we have a global business. Soon as we make the decision to get started, I've done business with people in Mexico, Jamaica, Africa, all from Facebook. So sometimes we use excuses when we have an opportunity to launch a 7-figure business in our household. We use excuses at being stopped at the people that we might have grew up with or we love or the people that's closest to us. Guys, I was a multi-millionaire by the time a person who knew me joined my business, because I went to the internet. I understood there was a lot of stories like mine. I understood there was a lot of lifestyles like mine. I understood there was a lot of hungry people like I was. And it might have not been the people who were close to me, because they might know me as the person that I am today. But if I want to level up and go next level in my life, I need to get around certain individuals. That's when I went to the internet, found mentors. Like, you guys have amazing mentors. You got Dr. China, you got Maddie, you got Arabella, you got Josh, Jay. You got so many amazing leaders on this platform that have went through the struggles that you already going through or you about to go through to get to that next level. And I always tell people, whatever your struggle is, I've already probably went through it. And here's the good thing about going through it, is when you get through it, you can look at the next person struggling and say, well, look, this is what's going to be on the other side if you were as serious, or if you were as serious as I was when I was going through it. Because the same blueprint that I use, the same audios that I listened to, the same books that I read, the same events where I invested my last for a suit, for travel, for a plane ticket, for stay, those same events that I had to go do to get these results. Now it's your turn. Now you're building up your story that you're going to one day tell on these Zooms. Now you're going to build up your story that you're one day going to tell on the stages of the world, because people don't care what you're going through. They want to hear how you got through it and understand that you maintain a level head and hunger as you was getting through it. So I just sum all that up to say, guys, network marketing is hard, right? It's hard. I love the fact that it's hard, because everybody's not supposed to make it. You got to love on people. You got to love the industry. You got to care about your product actually working in your service. But here's the thing about it being hard. Everything is hard. Your job was hard. You getting a diploma was hard. Maddie making the quarterback on the football team was hard. This business coming up is hard. You going to the gym is hard. But here's the difference about some of this entrepreneur stuff. There's somebody who already made the hard work look easy, and they left a blueprint and they left a track. They left a trail on exactly how you go RMD, how you go IMD, how you go legend. And all you got to do, guys, and here's what I'm going to sum it up with, guys. It hit me the other day, coming up as a leader, I always wanted to make things easy for people. Like, let me go through it. Let me learn how to do this and this so I can make it more easy for people. But what I realize is, in order for you to actually become great, you got to go through the hard things as well. And it made me think about a concept, right? And after that concept, I came up with the conclusion is, it's the little things that actually make you a giant. It's the little things that actually make your name hold weight. When that bodybuilder first started bodybuilding, let's think about it, y'all. That person wasn't going to the gym lifting the heaviest weights first. They were picking up the little things, doing the little reps, getting out of breath. They were getting tired earlier. They wasn't running long miles. It's the same in your business. It's picking up the calls. It's calling your team. It's checking your volume. It's setting up the event and only one person show up. And then all those little things eventually turns into, it's you hosting the Zoom. It's you hosting an event you just put $20,000 into and got a special guest to come speak at it. It's you actually traveling the world because your name is worldwide now and you got global businesses because you were sending those messages on Facebook. It's you getting the check that you didn't even know hit your bank account because your bank account is over flooded now. It's the little things that's going to make the bigger things, the strong muscles, your name, whole weight actually makes sense why it's doing it that way. And I think a lot of us, we skip those little things and we wonder why our businesses are not getting bold and swole. So at this moment, when you creating that momentum, you want to continue to do those little things, appreciate those little things, show those little things to your team and your new mentees coming up, because over time, that is how huge organizations are grown. That's how you get that momentum. Then you telling those people who are seeing those little things actually working for them, getting on the Zooms, getting on the sessions in the morning, following the signals with the proper risk management. By doing those things, those little things over time consistently, all the people that's trying to rush and skip the process, they're starting over in the race, guys. And so I hope you guys all having an amazing day. I hope every single one of you guys are taking notes, because these calls are part of the little things. When you get off the call, host a training with your team, tell them what you learned. That's part of the little things. You're gearing up and preparing to do it on stages, impacting thousands of people all around the world as well, guys. So I'm going to get out the way of greatness. The next person that I'm going to bring on here is somebody that I've been seeing literally doing the little things, and that's why he's a giant in the industry. I'm talking about a Hall of Famer in the industry, somebody who's literally built up the dream life that you can always, that like you only see it with celebrities and movies and read about it. This guy has literally took this profession and his story. When I hear it, I'm like, dang, he's just like me. Like, he started the same year as me, learned from the same people as me. I mean, he was a lot closer to those people, but I stole those trainings and I learned from him too. He talks about the same values as a business partner, as a man. He's a family man. He's a husband of amazing family. Like, you gotta understand, like, he's literally setting the bar of, look, I'm doing the things that's going to continue to make me a winner every single day. It might not be all the glitz and glamour, but I heard him on one call say, look, my bank account is flooded. And that's what it's all about, guys. Having a flooded bank account that you can literally create the lifestyle that you dream to live, guys. So I'm going to get out the way and bring up Joey, somebody who's literally just excited every time that I talk to him. And that's the type of energy you got to have in this industry. No matter what you're going through, what type of situation you in, have that energy. Be grateful that the industry chose you to have an opportunity to franchise a business like today. So Joey, if you're there, where you at, brother? Let's get it.
Let's go, bro. I appreciate it, man. And I didn't realize it until now that you're right. 2012, we got in the industry and we locked in. And so, you know, me and Rich, who you just heard from, he got in trouble with the law back in his day, and so did I. And we were looking and praying for an opportunity, something to help us change our lives. And it was this industry right here that changed both of our lives. And so when I got at 22 years old, when I got in the industry, all my buddies, they were going to school, partying, hanging out, smoking, drinking, you know, all that type of stuff, looking for the concerts, looking to hang out. And I was like, dude, even my best friends after I got out of jail, my good buddies, I've never understood. I love all you guys, Nick, Sam, Nate, Dietrich, Paul. I love my boys, but we're all doing different careers here. What are we doing? How are we supposed to completely catapult our lives if you're doing that, you're doing that, you're doing that, and then we're just hanging out and doing what? Nothing. So when I saw this industry, I saw this as a viable way to chase my dreams and goals and make them become a reality. And so instead of partying, instead of going to the concerts, instead of just hanging around, playing Call of Duty, I locked in and became obsessed with growing and becoming a better version of myself and getting as much eyeballs on this information as possible. I would hit the gym at 10 a.m. and then I would get to work every single day to see who's going in the system next. That's what I focused on, because you figure out what you want your life to look like and then you reverse engineer it. And it's the little things. It's the simple daily disciplines compounded over time. There's a book called The Slight Edge. by Jeff Olson. He owns a company in this industry, and he talks about it. He goes, simple daily disciplines compounded over time. You can eat chicken, broccoli, and water every single day over the next year. And I can eat McDonald's every single day over the next year. For the first couple of weeks, there's not going to be a big change in our physiques. But over the next couple of months, I'm going to start getting real thick and you're going to start getting real lean. Over a year, I'm going to be almost unnoticeable. I'm going to be completely water-filled face, a big gut. You're going to be completely chiseled and dialed in. What about 3 years? What's 5 years look like? Dude, guys, listen, I'm 36. The separation that has already happened from the kids I went to high school with is almost mind-blowing. And I saw this one time for the people out there that are lazy and don't take care of themselves and don't push. By the time you're in your mid 40s, people start to just almost look like goblins because they're really not even taking care of themselves. I know China, it's a weird thing to say, but the separation gets so big because people choose to do the wrong thing every single day and it compounds for them. You know, oh, poor me. Nothing ever happens for me. Oh, I'm broke. Oh, I'm out of shape. I don't have time for the gym. It's just a bunch of lazy excuses. When I saw this industry, I'm like, dude, I got mentorship and guidance. I can learn high paying skill sets and I can get leveraged income. And the only way I win here is by helping other people win. That's it. The more people that we help, the more success that we're going to have. And so, like you guys, I told you earlier, I got locked up at 19 years old for a couple years for selling drugs to an undercover cop. There's a point in my life when I was a teenager, I went to a couple different treatment centers. My mom was always drug testing me. She couldn't catch me smoking the weed, but one day she had enough and she knew I wasn't ever going to listen to her. And I was being an idiot teenager, black sheep kid, middle child of my family. And she came up to me with a homeless shelter, an envelope of homeless shelters. And she said, you got to pick one. You can't live here anymore. And I don't know if she would really send me to a homeless shelter, but, I just remember thinking that's where I was at a point in my life. And it's because of the people I was surrounding myself with. I was hanging out with a bunch of idiots. I got locked up, got out at 22, met a guy at the gym that was making $150,000 a month in this industry. He told me he could teach me how to become financially free. And what's funny about meeting him is my wheels were already spinning. I was already looking for an opportunity. I don't want to work a job, right? If you want to become wealthy in America in 2026, or later, you can't do it as an employee. You have to be a business owner. Well, I didn't have a bunch of money to start a business. I didn't have skills to start a business. I didn't have any business being in business. But you know what I did have was a couple $100 and a dream. And so here I was. When I saw this industry, I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, this is it right here for me. I'm going to go all in. Why? Because I never met a guy that was making $150,000 a month that had 2 homes, one here in Minnesota and one in Las Vegas, 2 dream homes. Again, materials aren't everything, but it's almost like it shows they're like mile markers for if you're hitting your goals or not and doing well. And so obviously I wanted a nice, big, beautiful home and then another home in Vegas and then the Range Rover and the BMW and the beautiful family and the freedom and be stay-at-home parents and homeschool our kids. This was the industry that he chose. My mentor, he used to be a doctor and he had a very high-speed clinic. And he's very successful in my town that I grew up in. And he sold his entire clinic to go all in with this industry right here. Well, not only that, Ed Mylett, Patrick Bet-David, Warren Buffett, the #1 best investor of all time, Robert Kiyosaki, Donald Trump, all of these guys are advocates for this industry. Robert Kiyosaki says this is the best industry on the planet for the average person to become financially free. And so guys, listen, when I was 22 years old, I made a decision. I got crystal clear what I wanted our life to look like. We were in our 20s. We had all of our 20s, I told myself, to go all in and become the best version of ourselves, build our brand, build our skill sets, build our influence. And by the time we're in our 30s, we better have some absolute freedom, right? And guess what? I believed it. I saw it in my mind. And by the time I was 30, I made my first $1 million in the industry of network marketing. And who am I? A kid that got locked up for 2 years, that graduated high school 2 years late, that nobody ever thought was going to be successful. But I simply made a decision to go all in and never quit when things got tough, because it's going to get tough. Like Rich said, it's hard. There's going to be times you want to give up, but those are just tests from God to see if you're ready for that next level. You're going to have to get tested. If you want to be a leader, if you want to be completely financially free, if you want to live a life that almost no one is ever able to live, that most people couldn't even dream of, best believe you're going to be put through some tests, but it's 100% worth it. This industry absolutely changed my life. And on this call right now, you heard from multiple 6-figure and 7-figure earners that have been around the block. They've been in this industry for 10, 15 years. They've seen the cycles and they understand what's here today with what we're about to do with CONEQTX in this pre-launch. Okay, these guys aren't just here just to see if it's going to work. They're on this call, they're committed, they're locked in, and they're sold out to the vision because they understand what's about to happen if they go all in for the next 3 to 5 years. And so for you guys too, I don't care if you're brand new, I don't care if you've been in for 6 months, I don't care if you've been in for a year. It took me 7 years of all in. The second I woke up, I'm reaching out to and I'm following up with 10 before 10 a.m., 10 people before 10 a.m. Then I get up, I get my pre-workout and I head to the gym. I work out every single day and then I go show people. As I'm at the gym, that's like my office. I'm setting up appointments and as soon as I'm done, grab Chipotle and hit the meetings all day, every day for as long as it takes, right? People ask, what does it take? Whatever it takes, just go all in. But what's so exciting about right now is instead of going out there in pre-launch and getting people started on $500 packs, which you very well could. I mean, I know people that have paid $10,000 to get started and learn how to trade and they didn't get any value. I've known people that have paid $50,000 or $100,000. Guys, your network can get started for $179 and get access to our entire platform. And then also get access to be a franchised individual and have their own business website, and they can go out there and build a residual income. We teach something that's called build to trade. A lot of people get started and they want to trade to build. Once I learn how to trade, then I'll go build and share this with people. If you come into this with the mindset that I'm going to build first, I'm going to build my residual income so I don't have to spend my job income on trading. Well, now you have a passive income of $600 a month coming in, $1,000 a month coming in, $2,000 a month coming in that you can start to use to invest into yourself, into your brand, into your business, into trading. Right? This is a beautiful industry, guys. And so I hope you guys on this call are fired up and all in and ready to make that decision. If you're all in, type all in the chat just so I can see who's with me and who's still listening, who's ready to go crank this thing. Let's go, guys. Let's go. So again, the raffle started last night at midnight. Anybody that gets someone, you guys have the link. Fill out the information in there. Unlimited raffles. We'll draw those raffles at the end of the month. You can win the iPhone, the MacBook. I said it on last night's call. The last MacBook I gave away was the Tippa. You should have seen his old dusty laptop that he was cranking his business on. That dude is an absolute monster. And his old laptop, I'm like, oh man, I'm glad you were the winner, bro. So he got to break that seal, and it's like you got a brand new Ferrari to run your business. And now his business is cranking about 10x more. And I'm not even joking about that. You can ask him yourself. And so we're blessed to have this opportunity, you guys. Corporate didn't have to get behind us on this promo, but they did. They didn't just get behind it on the promo. I was trying to get some marketing together for the promo. They beat me to the marketing. They did it all. I'm like, oh my gosh, bro. They are on top of it. They want to see us win, and they'll do whatever it takes to make sure that we have all the tools that we need to win at the highest level. So let's crank this thing. $179 to get started until July 2nd. So we have a little under a week to go bananas with this thing. So make a list, a brand new list of 200 names on a piece of paper. If you're listening to my voice, make that list. I don't care how long you've been in. First name, last name, phone number. On top of that list, write SW. Some will, some won't, so what? Okay, you get two teams, a left team and a right team. Your goal is to just show as many people until you find two aces. You find two aces, one on your left, one on your right, and it is pay day. The most important person in your business is you, okay? Because you're the only one on both sides. The second most important person in your business is the brand new person, not your brand new personal, the brand new person that's on the bottom of the team that has the brand new white hot contacts that haven't been shown yet. See, cold market is slow market. And I get it. We can still do cold market. You can spam messages. You can do CRM leads, whatever you want to do. But hot market, if you want to go fast and you want to collapse timeframes and you want to become financially free in the next 5 years and not in the next 10, right? Get through the white hot markets. Stay in people's white hot markets. Get in the living rooms. Meet people at coffee shops, right? People get uncomfortable. They'll sign up their personal, but then they won't want to go. And once their personal gets one in, they won't go run with that person. You guys got to drive deep, right? You got to figure out who's that brand new person with that fresh set of contacts, stay in the white hot market. And that's how you go fast in this industry. And so locked in, I'm focused 1,000 days, guys. Lock in for 1,000 days because you'd rather sprint for 1,000 days and just get the money thing taken care of rather than working for somebody else for the next 40, 50 years of your life. And then you know what you do with that? You got the income coming in. Now you got the high cash flow, the residual income coming in. And now you can build the dream lake home, right? Whatever you want to do. And then you can cash flow it. We built a brand around this, called it North Point Cove. And we rented it out for 35 days so far this year. And that brought in over $60,000 just from this part-time luxury wellness retreat that we built while we're down in Arizona in the winter. So, and then you can put, you put your money in dividend stocks and the S&P 500, and you get your money working for me. So your earned income, you bring it in, okay? And then you invest it and you kick it out into investments. You pay yourself first 20%, and then you live off of the investments, right? And so I learned all that from leaders in this industry, people that have came before me that are winning at a high level and living a lifestyle that, again, most people can't even dream of. For me, I wasn't going to be a pro baseball player. I wasn't going to be a rapper, but I wanted that life of freedom. How else was I going to get it? How else am I going to be able to wake up every single day, do what I want to do with nobody telling me what to do? It's a service-based business where I got the whole world in the palm of my hand in my back office right here. And you can go turn your dreams into a reality. So get crystal clear on what you want your life to look like. What's your why? That why that is so strong that no matter what happens to you in this business, you're going to hop out of the bed the next morning and go after it again. No matter your best friend tells you you're an idiot, that this thing won't work. Your parents tell you you're stupid. Go to college, focus on that, or get a real job, right? What is that why that is so strong in your heart that it just burns every time you think about that? Think about it over and over and over and use that as fuel to go out there every single day and crank this thing. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys for hopping on here, all the leaders that I get to run with. I can't even tell you how grateful I really am. And so with that being said, 179 to get started. Let's crank. If you need anything from me, I'm around. And then we have an event coming up either late August or September in Minnesota, and then October in Atlanta. So where is it that you want to walk stage? What rank do you want to be at in the next 60 to 90 days that you're going to walk stage and share your story on? Okay, so I am so happy and grateful now that every single person listening to my voice that took time out of their day is going to hit the rank, their dream rank with their dream income in the next 6 months. And you guys have the financial freedom to do what you want with the people that you love and care about. This is the opportunity. This is the time. And it can happen a lot faster than you guys could ever even imagine. I can promise you that. So let's go make it happen, guys. I appreciate you. And we'll be talking soon. Let's get it. To the top we go, because the bottom is way too crowded. Here we go, guys.